Good morning, everybody. So this probably looks a little confusing, right? This is stuff from yesterday. So I watched the big craft stream on HSN. I ordered Santango stuff. I thought, I've never tried that and I want to try it. And so I got the Santango stuff. So until that comes, we are just waiting. And so until then, somebody brought up using the rock blocks. If you remember when I did the fruit card, I got some ink from the rock block on the paper without the stamp. I didn't want to do that, but that's what happened. And I want to explain and show that actually I like the rock blocks. I like the way they look. I get better results than just using a regular stamp pad. Now, nothing, to me, as far as I'm concerned, nothing is better than a stamp positioner because you can go back and you can get the big spot. But if you don't have the money for a stamp positioner, or you don't feel like you have the space or the need or whatever, or if you're just going to do something real quick, rock blocks are fantastic. And they come in all kinds of sizes. I mean, I've got sizes you wouldn't believe. It's just finding them in here. See, here's another one. This one is probably your more common size. There's a very large one. There's these long, skinnier ones, but there is a really small one here somewhere. And I got, that's the same as that one. I got it in here somewhere. I just wasn't. Is this it? There we go. A little tiny one too. So the thing with the rock blocks is that you are supposed to go, and I'm not going to use the giant one either right now, so I'll put that back. I just had these most common sizes. This is probably the more useful size as far as I'm concerned. Anything bigger or whatever than this, I'm looking at my stamp positioner. But like I said, not everybody has a stamp positioner. So I wanted to do some stamping just to show, and I've got these from one of the recent kits, and I just thought I would just do these, use these because they were handy. Now here is the thing about the rock blocks. You go this way. You rock it. You go back, but you're only supposed to go one way. You're not supposed to come back because then you might get, what's the word? You know, a double thing, a double. So, a double image, right? You don't want that. The other thing is, you need to keep your ink away from this rail. That's where I messed up yesterday. I had gotten ink on this rail here on the side, and they all have it. All of them. Even this little tiny one has that side rail. If you get ink on there, and then you go here, it's gonna transfer on because that's making contact. If I can show you, I mean, I'm trying to see some sturdy something here. Let's see if this works. Okay. So if I do it this way, see? That's making contact because it's raised. So you have to avoid that. If you avoid that And I'm going to use this. And of course, if you got the inks, okay, so you just go, you're supposed to rock it, so like this, and then move up. Now that might not look like a great image, but that's because that stamp resisted this ink. And I seen it do that, ball up on the ink. Quick dry. Yeah, I don't know. Quick dry usually doesn't do that, but if I can do this again, maybe this time. Can you see that? That ink is kind of balling up on there. I can see it on the stamp that the ink is balling up. So just take it heel to toe, and it's good. So avoid these edges. Let me show you. Let me get a smaller one. We'll just use the little arrow. Now see how that fits? So if I come in with my ink now, and I'm very careful and make sure that I avoid these sides, it's gonna ink, it's gonna stamp nice and clean. And even with the little one, I'm gonna rock it. So from here to here, you just rock it, right? But if I'm not careful, and let's say my stamp fits like that, and this, I do this all the time. It's not the stamper's fault, it's my fault. So now I have a bigger ink pad, and so it's going to be harder to get in here. And it's on the rail. Now when I stamp, that rail is making contact along with the stamp, and I'm getting ink on there. So it's my fault. So what you would have to do, see, again, ink, there's still ink on there. You have got to get that ink off of there. So if I come in and I ink it up, because I'm not taking the time to worry about the sides. There's ink on both sides this time. I gotta come through and I gotta get that ink off of there. Now, I can rock it, no problem. But if I didn't do that, look how much nicer this other ink worked on this stamp. So if I just did that and didn't clear it off, again, back with the ink on the side. So that's the thing with the rocker blocks, is making sure you get that ink off there. Don't leave that ink on that side. And it's pretty much that simple. So I know everybody has their preferences and everybody's going to like what they like. The reason I'm doing this, I don't want nobody to think that the Rock-A-Block is not good because I failed the Rock-A-Block, right? So anytime I think I'm the reason something's not working, I'm going to tell you that I'm the reason it's not working. Okay? That's it. That's all there is to it. It's that simple. Just make sure your rails don't have. Now, like I said, with the Rock-A-Blocks, don't try to come back and restamp it. It's just like a regular stamp. If your stamp block, it's going to be real hard to get it right back in the perfect place. That's why they came out with the stamp positioners. So if I'm thinking too that if you wait until they're on sale and you get them, it's a really good deal for what you're getting. And honestly, for me, and like I said, everybody's different and everybody works different. For me, I found that the Rock-A-Blocks did work better than a regular block. My problem is remembering to get that ink off the side. I forget it a lot. So sometimes I'm like, I'm not going to worry about the Rock-A-Block this time. I'm going to use a regular block because I forget to clear that side off. And that's all that is causing the issues. The other thing I seen on... Okay, so one thing I saw on the... I'm trying to figure out if I want it this way. Craft stream was on the lady from Tonic Nuvo. I don't know who she was. I'd never seen her before. I was going to use that black sheet, but now I'm seeing these little pieces here, and I'm thinking these will work. So she did the Tonic Nuvo Drops, and she did the spray, the powders. And so I wanted to try out what she said. And so she took a spreader. Let me get a paper towel ready because I know I got to clean it when I'm done. And she just took the stuff, and this is one of my favorites, the lemon cello. And she just came and laid down different colors. This is a glitter. I didn't want a glitter one because I don't know. She didn't do it with the glitter ones. Here, we use that pretty pink. These are the crystal drops is what I'm using, really. I don't believe that's what she used. And then this is ivory seashell. So she had shown where she had drawn with and stuff because they got the fine point. And you can do that. I'm not good enough at drawing to do that. So I'm not even going to try. Then she just took and smeared it. That might not be enough on there. Yeah, I don't have enough on. I might do. One of the bundles had these tools in the drops. So I didn't put enough on. So let's go back and try this again. So I got this one first. I'm just going to go over where I've already been. It's going to use quite a bit, I think, doing this. I'm going to go ahead and spread it. That's better. So I didn't have enough on there. And then this, I don't know what color you would call this. It's like a violet, maybe. What's it called? Pink orchid. Mix them a little bit. Have them layered over each other. But you don't, she left kind of the stripes. I wonder why that spot right there doesn't want to cover up. There we go. It's still showing through. And then the ivory seashell. And then you can use this paper as, I'm sure some of you watched it. Maybe not all of you did. But you can use the paper then as like a background or to cut out, to do die cutting. So you just let it dry and you're gonna get a nice sheen on it. I'm gonna try doing one. Let me do the ivory seashell. I'm just gonna you really can't see nothing with this one either. I thought the color might shine a little better, but I guess I was wrong. I don't know, maybe we shouldn't let them sit either. But I do kind of want to get it more like a mix of stuff. See it messing up that lemon with that bright pink, but maybe I should have been wiping these instead of on a paper towel, on a piece of paper, to save and just make a mix of it. But it's gonna dry kind of shimmery. But what really kind of surprised me was the black. And so what I want to do is just kind of try these colors on black and see what happens. So let's smear it. Ooh. Yeah. You can certainly see this color now. So now this time I am going to go ahead and put my wipe offs over here. And then I'll just layer the colors up. Uh-oh. You should cover it right away. Let's do the pink. She says different colors are going to show different things are going to show some different colors in it on the black. Let's see what this lemon does. It looks like it's just going to do basically the same. It's just going to be white. It's just going to be clear. It's not even going to be white. So, it's just a clear shine. So on the black, one of my favorites is not a favorite. If that tells you anything. I love the drops this one makes though. So let's see if I can find another color that we want to try here. I got so many. What is this? Caramel cream. Let's try a little caramel cream over here. This isn't really surprising us, is it? None of these colors are surprising us. It's really looking a lot like the it's kind of looking like I expected it to look. Nothing spectacular on that one. Should we look at what the caramel cream looks like on white so you can compare the two? I bet you it's prettier on the white. Yeah, look at that color. Yes, it's almost a gold. You can see the difference. Now, I really like the way that turned out. I'm going to go ahead and do a little bit here. Just kind of smearing it. You know what I might do is just change the way I'm doing this altogether right now. I need to flip this. I might need to add a little water and clean it. These tonic ones are Nuvo, are silicone. Okay, there's that one. Let's do a little pink or violet or orchid here. Pink orchid. Put a little there. Whoops, I was going to change up the way I was doing it. I'm just going to put it on the spatula. Kind of like in the splotchy look. Might look good for a background more than these lines. The lemon. Just doesn't show up here on the white. That lemon, put that away. I'm gonna grab another color. I got so much, but a lot of them are glitter glues and or glitter drops and stone drops. Glitter. Glow. Another glitter. Huh. They're all gonna end up being glitters. There's a, what is this called? Sweet lilac. Okay, sweet lilac. Let's see what you do. Oh, it's practically clear too. I wonder if it just has to be thicker to show. I might have to come back and do this when I have a chance to go out through and check out more colors. But I think I'm going to try doing some splotchy. And that way maybe that'll look better for a background than the strips. But those will look good. I do think they'll look good for... And here's the thing. Hers looked really good. And that's why I do my channel. She made it look like, oh, it's nothing. You just take it and you just put a strip down here and you do it, you know, and it turns out, no, not always. Not for all of us. Maybe for some of you, but not for all of us. Okay, here's the lilac. So on the black, you see, she's like, oh, you'll see all different kinds of colors on the black. And I'm getting a lot of clear. We don't see no different colors on here. I'm not seeing it anyways. Okay. Let me see if I can find another color. Look at this. This has to do something, right? Autumn Pearl. This is going to have to do something. Let's see, this is one of the ones I had trouble with the top. It came and I think it was kind of dry when I got it. And I can't get it to come out. See if I can get anything. Nope. I'm gonna have to take the top off, and I really hate that. I got this ages and ages ago, and I I didn't remember that it did that, but as soon as I saw that top, I remembered, oh yeah. Oh, that's really gold. Let me put some on my white piece. I want some of that on my white piece. I should have got the spatula things and used those. I think we could even get colors layered up here and do all kinds of pretty stuff with this. I'm gonna put this back on and the lid back on, and that should keep the good inside. And then, of course, I gotta get this cleaned off. So this one's silicone. I'm not too worried about it, but that looks better already. So if I can get some more color to layer over, something that's gonna actually show color. Ooh, a jewel drop. And this is, says dries translucent steel blue. Let's try adding a little blue in here. See if it's gonna show up as blue. No, not really. We might get a little tint of blue, but it's not really gonna show up. That's the thing, I guess. The jewel drops are really not gonna work, but will they work on the black? Let's see what we get on black. No. There might be a tint of the blue, but it's mostly clear. So, jewel drops, no. Now, when you make a drop with it, you're gonna see the blue. I don't know about on the black, but you're gonna see the blue because you've got a bunch of it together. You haven't spread it out. So just because you can make a drop and see the color doesn't mean you're gonna see the color when you go on and smear. Here's another blue. Here's a jewel for that one that lost its jewel. This is navy blue. Let's see if we can get some blue out of this one. Oh, I think that's gonna do blue. Might be a little strong. Oh, it went almost baby blue on the black. It's pretty. I really like it on the black. Let's see. I gotta come back and smear that better. It's like dry on here already. So maybe that's what we want, is a darker colors. It's kind of showing up there. It's there. That's not being smooth. See, it's kind of dry and fast. I might have ruined it with the blue. I wonder, I shouldn't do this. I shouldn't play around, but guess what? I'm going to. I am going to try something. And oh, these, let me put these over here. See, I kind of don't like the blue, like this as much as I did because of these blue things now. So I'm gonna mess around with it because why not? It's, you know, I'm just gonna get some water on here. Let's see if it makes any difference, if it does anything. And just see if it, no, it's not moving them. How about that? The water is not moving it. I was hoping it might kind of blend them, but no, it is not moving it. But maybe it did do some, a little bit. There's a little blue water here. It might be toning it down a little bit. Anyways, so for her, everything just turned out so pretty, and you know, her lines were all pretty. Mine, I didn't care for them. It wasn't my colors, maybe, I don't know. Is it that I wasn't putting enough on? Maybe, I don't know. All I know is, you know, this was why I started my channel, because I was buying stuff they were using on, you know, I would see demos, and it worked so pretty, and it made it look so easy, and then I buy the product, and I get it home, and it finally comes, and hey, this ain't working. What am I doing wrong? Why does mine look like theirs, right? And that's when I thought, I can't be the only one that has this issue. It can't just be me. There's got to be other people out there that have the same problems, right? Even like, okay, the rocket block. When I first started using the rocket blocks, I thought, oh, this is awful. Every time I rock it, every time I stamp, I get this line of ink going down. I didn't realize. Nobody ever said, make sure you keep these rails clean, right? They just, oh, this is nice and easy, and, you know, they rock, and it's got this perfect image, and, yeah, no, that doesn't. You have to make sure those rails are clean. As soon as I realized that, I was like, oh, okay. Complete change. I'm going to wait and look and see what these look like. Wait and see what these look like when it dries. And you never know. It could still be a good background for something. I don't think that's going to be a good background. But you never know. I also did this one. That feels dry already. So, that one does too, actually. Yeah. So there you go. Here's what we did. My black did not turn out like hers. Hers, I was impressed. I was like, whoa, check out them colors. And she knew which colors to use, I guess. All right. That's going to be it. If you like my video, please hit the like and subscribe button. Thank you for joining me. Everybody have a blessed day, and please join me again. Bye-bye now.